everyone, my name is Alverna Jonis and now I want to present my individual project for MGT400 Introduction to Management. The title of my project is Why It is Important for the Manager to Understand the Individual Differences. These are the contents that I want to present in my presentation. For introduction for this topic is, we all know that every organization has its own management system. In such management must have manager and employees under them to ensure that the organization can run smoothly. If there is no manager, then there is no main role model to be used as a guide in performing work in an organization. In this presentation, we'll also discuss about the impending effects such as the benefits gained in studying this area of management. We will also find out why should a manager to understand individual differences. Also, we will find out the reason and the root cause why it is happened. Now we move to the subtopic number 1, which is the important for the managers to understand the individual differences. Here I would like to make a statement that in an organizational management that involves managers and staff under them, each has a different character and personality. In order to have an efficient management, each of the roles must understand the character of each of the colleagues. The first important is that a manager will be easy to understand how the staff work under him and easy to bring them to work together. When a manager has understood the character of his employees, then every action that given by him will be easy to give to them in accordance with the acceptance of his employees, which he understands. Secondly, the manager will understand the organizational impacts of individual and group behaviors, which is the manager will easy to detect and identify what is the effect for the organization will face when he already know and understand the behaviors of his employees. The manager are also more effective in a way to motivating their subordinates, which is when the manager already know how to handle someone by knowing their characteristic and personality, it will motivate the manager himself to more aware of their employees. Most importantly is the relationship are better between the management and the employees. When the manager will concern with his employees who know they would be even better to have a manager such this kind of time. And last, for this subtopic is, managers are also able to predict and control the employees' behavior when they more understand the individual differences, and it is very helpful in improving the performance of an organization and in turn has a good effect on the performance of the organization. Now let's move to the subtopic number 2. In this part, I want to explain about what are the takeaways that can be made by having known the importance for managers to understand the individual differences. I can conclude that the individual differences can be divided into 2 categories, which are personality differences and second is capacity differences. For the personality differences, it refers to the relatively stable patterns in thinking, feeling and the behavior of the person. It is an important factor in explaining the behavior of the people within an organization. For the capacity of a person are the second category of individual differences and are decisive for the level of the performance at work. And also, there are 2 types of capacities that can be distinguished, which are cognitive capacity and physical capacity. For these 2 categories, when the managers know and learn about this, then it will be easy for the manager to know the characteristic of the individual. Because of the 2 categories, we'll find out and giving explanation about the characteristic of the individual. Now for the subtopic number 3 is, what are the skills that acquired from increase the managers to understand the individual differences? First is the manager will have the ability to work in a team because it provides for new and different perspectives and it helps to motivate and reduce pressure of his employees. Secondly is managers would have the ability in planning skill where It can help the managers to plan as proper as it could be to make their organization become more successful in the world of work. Other than that, the manager would have the ability of leadership skill, where it can help the managers to bring out the best in himself. Also, the manager will become more successful in the future if they are good and better in organizing the management, and it is to be more powerful and effective to others, such as for internal and external of an organization. In addition, when the manager keep to increase their understanding in individual differences, then it will be easy for them to control the organization like they want in accordance with the predetermined term and condition. For extras, manager would also have a sensitivity in assessing the character of the individual if they always keep increasing in understanding the individual differences. Okay, subtopic number 4 is, will you be using this skill management in the future? Of course, yes, because the effects are good for our management and in our organization. Because number one, the effect is improve our management in an organization, become more successful with the good relationship between the manager and the employees. Number two is to make the organization run smoothly and having a good role model to be relied on. And the last one is helps the manager to give their best performance in individual performance. Okay, the fifth subtopic is, what are the benefits that you acquired from management? Okay, first, the benefit that I acquired from management is I will get to increase my career opportunities. While study and learn about this management, I will have better chances of securing positions in management. Other than that, my communication skills also will improve because our communication is essential in almost every aspect of life and also including in one's professional life. Next is the benefit that I acquired from management. Also, it will improve flexibility in my experience of how to manage a different situation. And having this kind of background in management, it will prepare me for such situation, especially in facing hard situation. Management also teach me how to make a better decisions, whether active or reactive, and it is depending on the situation that maybe will face. And the most important is I will learn how to improve the moral of staff or employees as well as my own. Okay, the last subtopic in my presentation is suggestion for improvement managers to understand individual differences in the organization. Organizational performance become more advanced and successful in the field of work if the manager always have the positive behavior. Second is always practice honest practices and always be sincere in carrying out the responsibilities as a manager. Number three is always be sensitive to things that will have a detrimental effects on organization. Number four is the attitude of the manager must always be good consistent in practicing good practices in work. And the last one is always be self-sufficient by learning new skills that are capable of enhancing the existing skills. Okay, for the conclusion and the recommendation, it can be concluded that the manager should have a good manner first and be a good example and role model for the staff or employees under him. Second is manager should always be humble in learning everything that is relevant in self-improvement and achievement in job performance. Also, the manager should always be in state or mode of readiness. And the last one is the manager should have his own proposed vision and mission to make the whole organization become more successful in the future.